only place to hear cheaters get busted. This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses, 101.3 KDWB.
I said no to this War of the Roses. I said, no, there's not enough evidence. I said, let's pass and let's find one that's got like some drama in it.
Oh, it's shady.
Well, you see, and maybe as a guy, I just don't see it as shady.
Okay, that's very possible.
And maybe I see it different, but I'll let you listen to her story and tell us whether you think it sounds shady and whether you think he's actually cheating. Let's talk to Allie and find out what's going on with your boyfriend, Lee. He's your boyfriend. You live together, but he's been doing something. What's been going on, Allie?
Okay, so my boyfriend, he has a part-time job where he'll clean buildings in the evenings usually. And it started off, it was really nice. It was like a consistent schedule, something for him to make some extra money. And like, I knew where he would be, from like 8 to 10, he'd be cleaning. But now, like recently, his boss has just been like calling him or texting him. I don't know. He keeps telling me that he has to go cover this last minute shift because some other person called out. So he just like rushes out of the house and just goes and like, he's doing it all the time. It's okay if it's like a couple times. I mean, like I love the extra money too, but it's all the time. And so I talked to him. I was like, like set boundaries with your boss, like just tell your boss you can't do this all the time. Right. But I don't know. It just started to kind of seem a little weird. So I did that thing you're not supposed to do when I went through his phone.
A lot of people do that. And especially if they're on War of the Roses, that's one of the steps they take.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I felt like I had to. So, but I didn't see anything from girls, which was what I was like scared to see. And I didn't. But I also didn't see any evidence that his boss was like texting him to come in.
So let me ask you a question. So here I think is a fair question. As you say that, you would see texts from his boss, but you wouldn't see like all that many, which proved he didn't delete them, or did you just not see anything from his boss? Because I guess what I'm asking is, if you saw a text from his boss last Wednesday and then you saw one again on Friday, then that would be like, oh, well, there's his boss texting, but he was also gone on Saturday and he was also gone on Tuesday. But if you don't see any texts at all, then that might mean that he deleted the text chain. So what did you see? No texts at all from his boss, or texts that didn't match up with his story?
I didn't see anything.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, that makes me feel like he's deleting something.
Does he delete other text messages? I mean, we get a text from his mom or from his brother. Does he delete those too, or what?
I mean, he likes a clean phone, I would say, typically, so he doesn't always have a ton of text, but like it's not like completely wiped out. So I
do not like a clean phone. I like to have my phone full of, like, I don't know, everything from evidence to innuendos to anecdotes. Go on your phone, Fallon, and tell me your last text that is saved on your current phone. Mine is from October 4th of 2017.
What do you mean go all
Scroll
the way down?
All the way down. And this was from a Boy Scout thing from October 4th of 2017.
I have 5/3/16.
So yours goes back even farther, like 3 years.
I do not delete, but I have to check everything. Like I can't have the little red, like you have a message. It drives me insane.
Oh, same.
But I don't like to delete things either because I like to go back and reference them, for blackmail and various things.
No, I totally get it. Like if I get drunk and send you some sort of a flirty text, and then the next day I'm super apologetic and I say, please delete that flirty text, Fallon. I didn't mean to send that. And you're like, yeah, sure, I'll delete it. Yeah. And then you don't delete it.
2 years down the road, you do something to betray me. Yeah. I pull that text out and sabotage you.
God, I hope that never happens.
Well, quit sending me
delete that text. All right, back to the action. Allie, we're going to call him. We're going to find out whether he wants to send flowers to you or to somebody else. And we won't bring up any names. We're going to call and say, hey, we're your cable company. Guess what? We're going to give you a little survey. Take the survey, win a dozen roses. We're going to send the flowers anywhere you want to. And then we're not going to suggest any names. And because how would we know?
Yeah.
And then we're going to see whether he sends them to you or to some random that you've never heard of and don't know about. Fair enough?
Yeah, I'm scared, but let's do it.
Okay, we'll do it next. In the meantime, call me at 651-989-KDWB and let me know, does this sound like enough evidence? As a guy, I'd be like, meh, I don't know. But maybe you guys have some sort of, like, I don't know, radar that goes up that we don't know about.
Gut feeling, Dave.
Maybe it's a gut feeling. Text me too at KDWB1 53921. We'll talk to you and read your text messages next, and then we'll make the phone call to Lee coming up. All right, let's find out what you think. 651-989-KDWB or texting at KDWB1. Do you think there is enough evidence? Do you think that he is cheating? What do you think is going to happen? Bill is on the phone right now, and Bill has a theory. Bill?
Hey, guys.
What do you think's going on, Bill?
I hate to say I think, but here's the thing. So once upon a time, I was using drugs, and I would use excuses that was acceptable to my significant other at the time to go out and obtain the drugs or maybe use them. So, yeah, I got to go to work on call or just some other theories. And so...
Wouldn't that be crazy
if
we called and he sent the roses to her and it turned out that he was using that excuse to go out and meet his dealer to get whatever it is?
Well, I doubt we would find that out, but yeah, that would be surprising.
What if he said, I'm not cheating. I'm doing pills. I got addicted to pills. I can't stop. That would be a twist.
I hope he doesn't send roses to his drug dealer, though.
Hey, Bill, I'm glad you're not doing them anymore.
Yeah, no
good for
kidding.
you.
Yeah,
That's
good for
awesome.
you.
We did have someone that did send them to their drug dealer before, remember?
Or no, I don't.
It was the girl who the car was in the alley and she noticed the snow.
Wow, that's right, because there was tire tracks, right? That's
in the alley,
right.
yeah.
A couple of text messages. Definitely a cheater if he doesn't send roses to his girlfriend. I've been there, double dogging it, and I would have sent him to lady number 2.
Double dog.
If he sends them to anybody else, or besides a mom or girlfriend, he's a cheater. Somebody else gives him the total benefit of the doubt. He's working extra hours to buy an engagement ring.
Ooh.
What if he is? Didn't we one time, there was a War of the Roses, God, we've done a lot of these, where he was working extra hours and disappearing because he went out to buy her ski equipment. Does that ring a bell? Do you remember that one?
I don't remember. You're
Because
right,
he
they're
was-
running together.
He was disappearing.
That sounds right.
And it turned out he was working extra hours or something to get her like a new snowboard because he was planning like a trip to Lutzen or something.
Fun!
Wow. All right, what else? Somebody else says, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it's a duck. Meaning it looks like he's cheating. He probably is cheating. Let's find out. We'll make the phone call right now on War of the Roses on KDWB.
That's the survey, Lee. We're going to send the dozen long-stem romantic roses out. And we, of course, will get the address from you in a second. But what's the name of the recipient? Who would you like to send those to?
The recipient. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. Who would you like to send the roses to?
Well, can I? Let's see. Before I answer, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
So do you live around here? Do you live in town?
Me? Yeah. I live in Minneapolis.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, there's one girl I might be interested in.
Okay, great. What's her?
Works for a phone survey.
She works
She
for.
sounds kind of fun and sweet.
She works for a phone survey.
Yeah. What do you think? Can I send the roses to you?
No, I'm married.
All right, wait. But before you say no, let's do this. Let me send you a picture of myself because I've had girls that are married before. It's no big deal. Trust me. I sent them my picture. They've changed their mind. What do you say?
I don't even know what to say.
Oh my God, Lee. Oh my God. Dude.
What?
Ridiculous.
Oh.
Oh my God, you're so embarrassing. Oh my God.
Is this Allie?
Yeah.
Oh, Allie, what are you doing on the...
What's going on?
What the hell is this?
Wow. I'm listening to this going,
I'm
wait,
removing myself, yeah.
are we being played here? Or he was actually hitting on the phone survey girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I'm sorry.
okay, let me explain what's going on.
Yeah, no
it's
kidding.
it's not your phone company. It's not your cable company. It's not your. There's no real survey. We wanted to find out, Lee. We're the morning show over at KDWB, the Dave Ryan Show, and we wanted to find out who you would send roses to if you won a dozen roses. But I've never in the history of War of the Roses that I remember ever heard anybody try to send them to the girl on the phone who was giving you the survey, which is what you tried to do. because you got a little flirt on.
It does feel nice to finally receive flowers, you know?
You're missing the point, Fallon.
You're right.
Does that make sense? Because Allie called us because Allie said that she was suspicious you might be, like, I don't know, interested in somebody else. So we're going to see who you're going to send flowers to. But then before we really found anything out, you were flirting with the phone survey girl and telling her that you're so hot that even though she's married, she'd still want to get flowers from you.
Now I want to see a picture of Lee, I'll be honest.
I mean, who doesn't want flowers? But what the hell? That's kind of sick, guys. Come on.
Well,
it is on us. That's on us.
It is sick, but it's very effective. And then Allie jumped in because she said, stop it, you're embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself because here you are on the radio flirting with the phone girl. You know who this reminded me of instantly?
Who?
My friend Brentley.
Of course it did.
This is something my friend Brentley would do.
Yeah.
He'd be like, yeah,
Charming.
baby, so what you
Come
look
on,
like?
girl.
You know, well, let me just tell you something. You'd leave your boyfriend if you got to look at me.
Oh,
you
God.
get one look at me, you'd leave your boyfriend.
Does he really have this accent you always use for him?
He talks a little bit like a hillbilly.
Okay, nice.
But
All
also like a playa. Anyway, so then Allie jumped in, and Allie, we never got to find out who he would really send the flowers to, if it's you or somebody else.
I mean, come on. I would have sent the flowers to Allie. I was just joking around with the phone survey girl. I mean, how often is a phone survey girl going to be, sent flowers to? I was just trying to have a little fun. Who likes taking a survey anyway?
So you're saying you were messing with the phone solicitor in the same way that when I get phone solicitors at home, I ask them to convert to Christianity with me. I'll say something like, are you Christian? Let's get on your knees. Let's say a prayer and accept the Lord into your heart. And they usually hang up right away.
Yeah, it's surprising. They don't want to accept the Lord.
Is that what you're claiming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave.
Okay.
That's what I'm claiming. I would have sent come on, Allie's my girl. I would have sent the flowers to her. What's the point of sending them?
Let me ask Allie. Allie.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you believe him, number one? Number two, is Lee the kind of person who would try to hit on a married phone girl because he knows he's so hot that she might just fall for it?
You guys, I'm so shocked. Sorry. I just feel like that was. I don't even care if that's a joke. That's a sick joke. Like, especially if you find out she's married and then you're like Lee. I'm so just. I don't know. I'm so freaked out right now. I don't know.
Sick joke. You play. What is this that you're doing to me? I mean, I'm trying to go to work right now, and you're calling me and having me take a phone survey with this.
No.
I'm sorry.
I
what?
I have to find out what's going on. Like, why are you always gone?
Mm-hmm.
What, working isn't good enough for you?
Well,
we're supposed to go to these fancy dinners and parties and stuff. I should probably be working.
I think this one's unresolved. I really don't know. I see her side, and he is kind of convinced. Don't look at me like that.
You see his side?
I do, because
he hit
I
on
would
the phone operator.
I would do the same thing. I
No,
would
you
mess.
would
no,
not.
I would mess with the phone solicitor, and I mess with phone solicitors. I pretend that I don't speak English. I pretend
God.
that I am hard of hearing. I ask them to repeat themselves many times. I'll pause for a really long time and then say, what?
Good bit.
I think he might just be.
I don't
know. It's not up to me to decide.
I mean, definitely. You're definitely giving me more ideas for phone calls.
Great,
like
Dave.
This. Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
I usually answer the phone and go, hola.
No.
And then right away they're like, okay, they hang up. So you can try that one. Listen, Allie, it's up to you to decide. What do you think?
I don't know. I think we just need to talk about this, Lee, later.
We need to talk about me getting fake phone calls? Or you trying to trap?
We need to talk about you flirting with everybody, regardless. That doesn't make me feel comfortable as your girlfriend. And, I was hoping to be a fiance, but...
Allie, I love you. What do you want? I mean, come on. You don't want me to be friendly
I
with
want you to be honest with me and tell me whether or not you're seeing other girls. That's what I want.
Boom.
I'm not seeing anyone else.
Okay.